Ebullient greetings. I'm your host, Jackie Bird of Jackie Bird Spiritual Wellness, your guide to stress and anxiety relief, mindfulness, awareness, self-care, self-love, and personal growth. Welcome and thank you for joining me as we roll with peace in mind. Today's riff is the state of happiness, myth or reality? How many of us said, I want to be happy when I grow up? Not something our parents or guardians necessarily told us to include as a life ingredient or goal. As a result, it's not exactly something we aspired to, especially as we began to mature. When you ask high schoolers and college-age folk what they want in life, they may tell you, oh, I like this and that. I like, doing this music thing, or I like this dance thing, but I want to have something to fall back on. So I'm taking or will take blah, blah. And then they name something that has stability, something practical, like business, accounting, medical, or something in the legal field. Not one young person I have asked this question of has told me, I want to be happy. Not one. In all the years I have been on this planet asking kids what they want in life, I hear things like, I want to be able to pay my bills, or being able to have a roof over their heads, maybe a car and or a house, but no one has told me they want to be happy. Yes, we tend to think that if we obtain things, we have that car, we have that house, we have the standing in our career, the respect of our colleagues, that these are things that will make us happy. But I kind of think we think there really is no such thing as happy. No such state exists. Many even say happiness is overrated, that it's not obtainable, that it's a pipe dream. Jeez, what a bummer. Others say it's a pursuit, something you have to chase, but with effort you can grab it. And then others think it's possible to obtain, but isn't sustainable, painted as a fickle suitor, courting us with its promise of freedom, joy, and ecstasy, but rarely, if ever, putting that ring on our finger. Happiness is fleeting. I had a friend whose entire mood rode on whether or not his team won a game. If they lost, his day was totally destroyed. There was nothing that could brighten his foul mood, not even me. I am the queen of day brightening. Many a friend called me to help lift their moods, but it ain't work on him. At first I couldn't believe him. I thought he was putting on an act, just kind of being melodramatic. But after observing this behavior over a short course of time, I saw it was the real deal. When his team lost, especially during a playoff, oh my freaking gosh! It was like his entire human existence was dependent upon that win. He was absolutely insufferable. No amount of logic, joking, teasing, or reasoning would budge this otherwise quite intelligent guy. It wouldn't coax him into a better frame of mind, nothing. Phew, just too much maintenance for my taste. I had to step off. And what say you? Is happiness an actual state that we can put our living room furniture with a large, huge, flat screen TV into? Or do we have to live as paupers to only get a happiness bone or two thrown at us on occasion? Happiness is defined as the state of well-being characterized by emotions ranging from contentment to intense joy. Emotions experienced when in a state of well-being. Ooh, that sounds juicy, doesn't it? What things can you do to incorporate that more in the course of your day, eh? What set me off on this contemplation of happiness thing? Witnessing my stepmom, 81 years strong, at the end of the first day out of the hospital for heart failure. She had a beast of a day. The last 5 days to be exact, and I know she gave those hospital workers the what for. Matter of fact, everyone knew she wasn't having it. Her doctor even told me that on the phone. Annoyed and peeved. Annoyed and peeved. Now you know. She wasn't in a good mood. And she repeatedly told me how annoyed and peeved she was about her hospital stay. And later that evening on her first day home, she briefly fell ill. For moments, I wondered if I would have to send her back to the hospital. But after regurgitating her food, I watched her transform as she gleefully hopped up onto her bed. Yes, hopped. All 4'10" of her frail self. But man, to see her entire self light up at the prospect of sleeping in her own bed, of being free of the hospital. She was not concerned with the diagnosis. The last 5 days forgotten. She was completely and entirely in the now, the present moment, and the joy she had hopping up on that bed, her bed, that joy was entirely palpable. I'd never seen her like that, ever. Basically, a cranky, combative personality. She has survived a 40-year abusive marriage, colon cancer surgery and chemotherapy, hypertension, and now heart failure. But a transformation has taken place. Instead of becoming even more sour, more defeative, more depressed, she has made a conscious choice to be happy. After the initial hiccups of working through some challenges, she told me she chooses to see what is working in her life and to be grateful. She has been filled with joy and happiness, living each day to the fullest, reveling in the simple things, like her making a perfect baked potato, okay? And a lot of stuff that would have set off her hornet's nest, she's making decisions to let them go. So when I speak to her at the end of each day, we end up laughing. I mean, just laughing and giggling like two kids at whatever outrageousness she's uttered. She's become even more funny after this part of her journey. I have watched this angry person become happy. Wow! The things she has gone through, the things she has experienced have not defined her. No abusive ex-husband, no illness, none of this defines her. She defines her. She decided she will be happy. She got tired of being unhappy and struggling and all that other stuff. And it's not that she wants to be happy, but that she is happy. I mean, this has blown my mind. What makes you happy? How can you get more of that into your daily diet? Will we be happy every waking moment? No. But if our intent is to string more happy moments into our days as opposed to unhappy moments, sitting in those unhappy moments, we would find that we would be in the state of happiness. Being the curator of more happy moments in our day, cultivating and creating more space and opportunities more frequently for happiness to sit in our mental living rooms on the regular. A lot of that comes in the perspectives we walk with, the how we perceive, and how present we are while perceiving. So I present to you the United States of Happiness, not in any particular order. Presence, awareness, spontaneity, receptivity, expectation of joy, lightness in being, flexibility, fluidness, being in the flow, joyful anticipation, the ability to laugh at yourself often, letting that go, forgiveness, not taking so dang on seriously, allowing, making space for peace to enter on a regular, change it, leave it, or accept whatever it is, honoring the process, honoring your journey, practicing gratitude, opening your heart. Instead of chasing happiness or acting like it isn't in the cards for you, create more opportunity and space for the well of happiness to bubble forth both into and from you. I'm offering a virtual workshop on this very same topic called Bust Your Stress, Connect to Your Joy. It's a guided meditation and journaling workshop taking place Friday, May 14th at 7 p.m., Saturday, May 15th at 4 p.m., and Sunday, May 16th at 1 p.m. And this is all Eastern Daylight Time. 3 times to choose from, and I hope you will join me. This will be an opening of spirit and a way to unlock the happiness within you. A link for details and to register is on my website at the top of the page, and that's JackieBirdSpiritualWellness.com. Or you can click the link in this show's description. Begin to string more moments of happiness together, and when those moments outweigh the unhappy ones, you will feel a shift. Happiness isn't a destination, but an active, aware, and present, intentional journey. Thank you so much for listening. Please remember to visit JackieBirdSpiritualWellness.com. Join my mailing list. I've got workshops coming up, as I mentioned earlier in the program. I have audiobooks, guided meditation videos, and audio and meditation music, everything for inspiration and to help you relieve stress, increase your mindfulness and awareness and presence. And remember to always roll with peace in mind.